Spark'em Entertainment.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event. Introducing first, a man who truly needs no introduction, but tonight, it will be legendary. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the undeniable. This is the universal. This is the uncontested.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of From the Rafters podcast. I am your co-host, Kurt.
What's going on, everybody? This is Kevin, aka Greedy, here with you guys, your other co-host. And of course, we have our unofficial third Mike.
Yumi, I'm back, bitches.
He is back. We are here post Money in the Bank, the second favorite event of the year, personally. I don't know about you guys, even though it's kind of flat this year. A lot to go through. We got a couple things we're going to run through today. Of course, as always, we're going to give you the rundown of the card. I'll give you our opinions and our our ratings of everything here today. Anything you want to guys bring up before that?
I missed the pre-show, so no.
Okay. So starting with the pre-show, we had R-Truth versus King Barrett.
What's up?
And by the end of this, I ended up winning a free cheesesteak. If you guys paid attention to our previous podcast, a certain person here,
Big Kurt.
a little piece of shit, made a bold prediction saying that Barrett would never drop the title from King of the Ring, and King of the Ring was the most important title. It's as if you were already Intercontinental Champion. You mean what happened at the end of the match today?
I think we ended up getting King. What's up?
So we now have King R-Truth,
I'm going to have to validate this for myself.
and there is no more such thing as King Barrett.
Wow, can't believe that shit.
Now
What
the
was
original.
what was the point of him winning the King of the Ring?
Gee, what's the point of anybody winning the King Ring? What's the point of winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal?
No, Owen Hart
Absolutely fucking nothing.
Owen was a king for like 5
Yeah, but you're
years.
talking about two completely different eras. You're talking about something that doesn't even, that's nothing like it was before.
I'm not talking about the eras. I'm talking about the title.
All right, let's talk about the title, right? We're talking about a title that was, April was King of the Ring, right? They believe it was in April.
It was April.
Late April, right?
Late April.
So he went from winning something in late April to pre-show jobbing for R-Truth tonight in June. What, 2 months
2
later?
months.
2 months.
A month and a half.
Month and a half.
No
And it was only 2
No
weeks since that bet. And I even told you before. By SummerSlam, that King doesn't mean shit.
You did?
Buried. Did we even see him in the actual Money in the Bank pay-per-view?
No.
No. I thought the pre-show we didn't see him
We
at
didn't
all.
see him at all.
I mean, that's what happens when you fuck up and throw somebody in a pod when you're not supposed to. You dumb piece of fuck. Sorry.
I'm never going to get on iTunes.
Okay, we have that little explicit little logo that they'll put up on there. We'll be on there. Don't you fucking worry. All right? As long as we're not murdering somebody on our podcast, we'll be on there.
Coming next week.
No, well, the way that this motherfucker pissing me off, I wouldn't be surprised if I kill Kurt one day.
I think I'm going to kill him via high blood pressure at the tender age of 31.
Son of a bitch. I didn't watch the pre-show match, so I can't really say how good it was. But the biggest thing that we have coming out of that pre-show match is the fact that Barrett's just in the shithole right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I watched it. I have nothing to go home and brag to everyone about, especially since I told you guys nothing when you guys came in. But yeah, King Barrett got some new attire. Looks like trash. A pretty lackluster match overall. R-Truth winning it, and all of us pretty much confirming the fact that Barrett's definitely in the shit house for what happened 2 weeks ago.
I'm just saying, free steak and cheese. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Happens to the best of us.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No. I've yet to be wrong. Thank you very much. Don't you say anything, Yumi. Getting the start of the pay-per-view, we had a nice little touching ceremony for Dusty Rhodes. We'll get into that a little bit later. Pretty good start. All the superstars out in the beginning of the ramp and all that area. But our first match of the night was the Money in the Bank contract match. 7 superstars are in the ring, climb the ladder, get the briefcase. Guaranteed title shot for a year.
So coming into this, I was expecting, wow, they're trying to start off strong with the Money in the Bank match right off the break.
And I think
I was pumped.
based on like previous pay-per-views, you would think the first match is going to set the tone, and it's going to wow the entire audience, and it's going to be the best match of the night, or fight for the best match of the night. And it's so much hype behind it. It's Money in the Bank. It's always an amazing match. Almost every year that they have this match, it's absolutely amazing.
But you were right on that first statement. It did set the tone. Trash.
It was trash. And our first 45 minutes was trash.
Some would say like Wade Barrett's new attire.
You haven't seen it. Look at it. It's terrible.
I can't wait till I get home.
I'm
gonna watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, hell yeah. Game of Thrones is more important right now. There was a lot of, I mean, I can't even think of any spots. Like
the only standout was really Randy Orton getting the 3 RKOs, but it's nothing that anybody's gonna go home and be like, oh hey guys, something really crazy happened during the Money in the Bank match. We've seen stuff like that before.
We've seen an RKO off of his own shoulder. This is nothing.
So, I mean, that's probably the only standout thing for me.
You had people using the ladders. You had guys jumping outside the ring. You had people.
Kofi almost won.
Summer of Kofi. That would have been the best thing to ever have happened to this goddamn
the New
pay-per-view.
Day. And it was this. We'll get into it, but there was a great part in this pay-per-view that I think was stole the whole show. Greatest segment. I'll talk about it when we get to it.
Highway robbery should have been the Summer of Kofi.
Stop it.
Some would say Grand Theft Auto.
That's a horrible joke. Leave the horrible jokes to Busy.
Shout out to my man.
We get
Virgin Valentine.
Oh God. We get Sheamus coming up the top of the ladder, getting the briefcase for the win.
Bray interference
on Roman sets up a new feud for Roman Reigns.
That was awesome.
I think that's the best thing they could do with Roman Reigns at this time. If you give him that win, I think the crowd turns on him once more. And the only thing you can do to save him at that point is have him turn heel on Dean Ambrose at some point, and that's all. That's the only way you can make chicken soup out of chicken shit of the situation. I think it's great that Roman didn't take it. It's setting up an interesting feud with Bray Wyatt again, which we saw when it was the Shield versus the Wyatts, which was a hell of a match. But I mean, we'll see. They've already confirmed that match for Battleground next month in 5 weeks on the network, so that's going to be an interesting match already to set the tone. I'm
not excited for that at all, actually.
I think we'll get more excited with the build.
I hope so.
You're just announcing it.
No, fair enough. I mean, just on paper, I don't.
Right now, it's as if you turn on Raw and you see, okay, it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt tonight.
Yeah.
It's the first time you're hearing it. This is a pay-per-view for a reason. They're going to build to it. They're going to have the promos. They're going to have the time to really go forward and see what Bray Wyatt is thinking and see what Roman Reigns says about it all. But I think it's the best way to keep Roman safe at this point. And I think it's what they have to do based on everything following the Royal Rumble and leading up to WrestleMania.
But it still leaves us with Sheamus winning.
Who else of those 7? Who else do you give it to?
Oh no, I give you that. Of those 7, who else do you pick? You probably pick him, but I don't know, man. I would like to have seen maybe Cesaro in there. I don't know, something. Maybe not him winning it, but just I don't know. It was just when you look at the list of people, right? I didn't see Orton winning it. I think
if Orton would have won it, it's the same old shit.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't want to see him win it. Neville.
Too early.
Too early.
Too early.
Everybody talks about the build of the heavyweight champion and what a heavyweight champion looks like. No offense, but Neville probably doesn't fit that build for Vince McMahon. I don't think Vince McMahon looks at Adrian Neville and says, "You're my guy. You're my face." Nah, he doesn't see that.
Yeah.
To me, he reminds me of like a Chris Benoit, like that body type.
Oh, Chris Benoit was more built, bigger. Chris Benoit was still bigger than Neville. No, but he has the bigger build.
No, Neville's pretty lean. He needs to widen up a bit. He needs to bulk up a bit more if he wants to really become like a true like face of the company. Kane, I mean, he's been around for a while.
Kane was in there as a filler. Yeah. There's no real purpose to Kane other than having another body in that match.
Zigzag, I'm never gonna see him, do anything with that Money in the Bank briefcase.
I mean, it would have been. I think he would have been the best option if it wasn't Sheamus, just because the first time he had the Money in the Bank, it was money. It was the greatest thing in the world, and when he cashed it in, it was the greatest moment we've ever seen. And I think that if he would have had more time with that heavyweight championship, he would have gone beyond. Like, he would have been insane. It would have gone great. But I think when the first time happened and he got the concussion, there's always been a lot of setbacks since that, which I don't think there should be. Fuck you and your injury-prone discussion bullshit. But I think that...
I personally don't think we would have gotten anything. I mean, he's good. He's got the talent. He can do it. I think kind of to what you were saying, right, with all the concerns around him, I don't think we'd get much out of him being the Money in the Bank holder.
I don't see anybody else. Like, Kofi wasn't gonna. No, I'm sorry.
No. I mean, it's all. Obviously, the summer of Kofi is nothing more than me expressing my feelings towards creative, and that's probably a better idea than whatever bullshit they put out for this pay-per-view. But I'll keep those comments to myself.
Oh, please go right ahead. This is what this podcast is for. This is what we do here. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've never held back on anything. I don't know why you should.
Summer of Kofi, I'm telling you, better than this.
I mean, there was just.
I think the people that they put in this match, just they could have set this up much better. They could have had. I actually would have liked to have seen Bray in it.
Yes.
I know I don't think I named him 2 weeks ago, but now that I had some time to really think about it instead of giving you an on the spot response, they could have set up this match a whole lot better. Especially if this is how we're starting out the pay per view. I mean, we're talking about what? So we have 2 fillers. 2 guys who are vets, Kane and Orton, but we're pretty sure that we're a little tired of seeing them win anything. We have Sheamus, and then we have Neville. We said Neville wasn't ready, and then Sheamus, well, he's just kind of just, what's left.
Yep, Neville was there for the cheap pop. Kofi's a vet. He's been in like damn near every Money in the Bank there has
6,
been.
I think they said 6. Out of the 15. If an elimination chamber didn't happen as it did, I think I said it earlier, Barrett would have been the 8th person in this match, and I think Barrett would have taken it. And I think that would have been a better option versus, and then you get your legitimacy behind King Barrett, King of the Ring winner, Money in the Bank holder. I think that's where you kind of get that legitimacy behind it. But of course, that's not how they decided to go. They decided to change their options there. So whatever. But yeah, we're stuck with Sheamus as our Money in the Bank holder. We'll see how long that lasts. See if he cashes in. See if he wins it when he cashes in. Whenever that happens.
Sheamus is the worst.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. It's the best option you have with the 7 guys. I give the match 2 stars, and that's being generous.
2.
Sweep it.
All right. Our second match of the night was the Divas Championship match. Paige versus Nikki Bella. And the night of trash continues. Don't get me wrong. Great match. I think they killed it with the spots they were doing and everything they had. But when you give it the shitty finish of Twin Magic again, and this time it not working, that's when you fuck everything up.
They really should have saved that Twin Magic for the pay-per-view and not do it on Raw and then do it on the pay-per-view as well, because I was honestly kind of waiting for that to happen, and they fucking did it, and I was so upset because it was actually like holding up to like NXT women's standards almost until they... It
had the entire crowd into it.
Terrible.
People were into it. People were actually watching the match and paying attention to this match. And you made an actual title match mean something for the first time in quite a while. And then Twin Magic happens, and literally the crowd, you can feel it, just the air just sucked out. Like, who the fuck cares now? And I think with that finish, you leave the ref in a bad spot because he looks like a fucking idiot compared to the rest of the crowd, and the fact that the match continued. You have the same bullshit you pulled on Raw happening again. I think that you needed to find a better... I think if Nikki Bella would have won this clean, I guarantee you 5 stars. I could give that match 5 stars.
Yeah, I agree. I had a problem with Bree sitting there pulling tissue paper out of her bra. Then what was it when Nikki won it? She was using it to clean her tears. Like, get out of here! This is an episode of the Divas, whatever show that you show that you watch.
It's crazy. I can't believe it. Love that show.
Fuck that, dude. Fuck that show. Total Divas is fucking.
Oh, yeah,
bullshit.
Total Divas. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know the name
That's
of
fine.
some show. I don't.
It's bullshit.
Sorry,
show.
I was
It's
gonna help you
ridiculous.
out with it.
No,
It's all right.
honestly, if we want to take that strap seriously, cut everything out from the last 5 minutes, last 2 minutes of that match. Everything after the Twin Magic, you're right, 5 out of 5. Absolutely loved it. I would have taken that entire Divas division just went up a level for me if it would have stayed like that.
A clean finish would it's the small shit. Clean finish would have raised so many bars in that division.
Yeah.
And it would have given everybody a different look, especially on the eve of NXT, the NXT Divas at any point now making their debuts, and it's just a matter of time of when we're going to see them. You need to raise that bar before they get here. Because once they get here and you're keeping it at this bar, you're gonna turn it to shit.
Yep.
And it's not. You need this division to mean something, and then do something that's gonna make it mean something.
Question for you both: third best match on the whole night on the card. This Divas match.
With or without the Twin Magic?
No, the whole shebang.
No.
The whole shebang.
No, it's with the Twin Magic. It's the worst match of the night.
No, the Money in the
Second,
Bank. Was
no,
definitely the worst match.
I'll put the Money in the Bank match before the Twin Magic bullshit.
Oh, come on.
I would put them like A and B. No, seriously, I really did not like that Money in the Bank match, and I really don't like this Twin Magic crap. But
yeah,
it's I don't know. I think the real controversy here is someone's trying to wipe someone out of the record books here. I think management's trying to.
Let's not get into that.
Yep.
My wife will for always be in the record books, whether they like it or not.
Do you think that's actually happening, or do you think they're actually trying to just keep Nikki as?
Okay, you give it Paige, so what? Even if you give it Paige, you're erasing AJ because Paige becomes the 4-time Divas champ.
Sure.
So either way, you're gonna erase it. Just a matter of which way you're gonna go.
Sure.
Records are meant to be broken. Doesn't matter.
The question is, who deserves to break that record first? Does Nikki deserve to break the record of most consecutive days as champion, or does Paige deserve to break it as most title reigns? Does it matter in the long run? No. But
I'd say from Nikki Bella's journey till now, she's definitely made a crucial improvement. And there's no one that could argue that. And saying that she doesn't deserve it is a robbery.
Like I said, I
definitely make an argument for it.
Like I said, I would have given this match the 5 stars. It's just that the finish was horrible. It's horrendous, and it's the worst finish you could have given the match. And that's saying something. Yeah, there was, like I said, there could have been a lot better. Did we give our stars? I gave it 2 stars. 2 stars.
2.
3.
Really?
It was great until the last 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That was enough to knock it down a few pegs for me.
Yeah, that's enough.
Actually, no. I think what we're getting into is my worst match of the night.
Again, the first hour was horrendous. Our third match of the night. I don't even want to talk about it. Big Show versus Ryback for the IC title.
Worst match of the
Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck.
I have 2 bullet points. Just take it, Big Show. That's literally where it just says, just take it. And is this Monday Night Raw?
Yes, that finish made me. It was Raw. It was what you do on a Raw show. It's not what you do at a pay-per-view. It's what you do on Raw. 0 stars.
I give it 1, a pity star.
Pity star.
No, I don't. It doesn't deserve my pity star.
I'm giving it 2 star. Only because Big Show decked the shit out of Ryback.
You want to give a little context?
So, joining us tonight is our boy Chico.
What's going on, everybody?
AKA the young cameraman.
Young cameraman. We have him in here with us tonight. Yeah, Big Show hit him with the knockout punch.
Chico, why do you sound like Jake the Snake father? Like, what is that raspy ass voice?
Yeah, it's just, I do things.
Yeah,
all right.
fucking Ryback. I can't stand him. He looks like a Gatorade bottle.
Anyways,
He looks like a Gatorade.
Big Show wins because of disqualification because the Miz run in. Nobody gives a fuck. Our match of the night. Very easily match of the night. I don't care. There's nothing that tops this. Without a doubt, this is the number 1 match. No other 1A, 1B like last time. This is the number 1 match. John Cena versus Kevin Owens, part 2.
These two have chemistry.
45 minutes of mayhem.
It was a good 45 minutes to an hour. Of the best, and this is weird for me to say about a John Cena match, the best wrestling you could see.
You gotta respect Cena at this point. I have to. He's putting on great matches ever since the WrestleMania.
That Styles Clash like powerbomb.
That was sick.
That was I had to step out.
Cena's digging deep for these.
I think it's I don't know what it is. Cena's on a whole nother level at this point.
I think he sees that these young boys are coming up, and he has to really prove himself.
He has to prove himself again. It's what that is. It's like at the beginning when he had to prove himself the first time. He has to do it again because these guys at NXT are coming up, and they're here to take his shit, and they're here to easily say, John Cena, go the fuck home. We don't want you here anymore.
Yep, they're all fighting for that spot, and he knows it.
I don't think I haven't seen a John Cena match in a long time get a standing ovation for both guys. We'll see the pops for Kevin Owens like we did at Elimination Chamber. We'll see the pops for Neville or all the other guys at the Open Challenge. But this is the first time where John Cena and Kevin Owens both got a standing ovation. And that just goes to tell you how amazing this match was. Like I said, the second John Cena hit that the Styles Clash type powerbomb, that crowd was over. John Cena has put himself on a higher pedestal, if that's even possible.
Surprise of the match for that, like what was your biggest like wow
John Cena
moment
won.
for you?
John Cena won clean.
Yumi?
Actually, I wasn't surprised that Cena won clean. Yes,
Yeah. For me, it's just a clean win.
I was expecting rubber. What do you call it? Rubber match.
Rubber match.
Yeah, I was expecting one. You have to ride this wave.
Yeah.
Like this is great. Like this is probably one of the better bookings that we've seen in
best
a while.
feud of the summer.
Summer of Kofi.
Oh
dear God. Do you put this match a third time? Does this run the potential of just it going to shit? Does a third match not living up to the hype of the first two kill this?
No, I don't think they're gonna let that happen. They're both professionals.
No. They can't let that happen. They can't let that happen. They can't let it happen. We've seen instances where they've booked two people who have a lot of chemistry and do well together, and then ride it into the ground.
Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose.
Yes, thank you.
Because we had them over the summer last summer, and we're getting it again this summer.
It has to end with the next one. It has to. However they decide to branch off their storylines, how they decide to create new feuds, however they try to send these people in different directions is pivotal. Because if I see the same matchup again 2 pay-per-views from now, I'm going to snap this mic in half, and I'll buy you a new one, but I will snap this mic in half.
SummerSlam, man. It's SummerSlam. You could very easily have this match again on SummerSlam, and it still take the show away.
I think
but at that point, you take a huge risk.
Do you?
I think they have one more in them before we're just like.
Here's another question: why does the next one have to be at the next pay-per-view? We saw the ending.
Well, there's a third match. I didn't say it had to be the next pay-per-view. There just has to be a third.
You just said if you see the same match 2 pay-per-views from now. So you made it assume like it was automatically.
Fair enough. Okay.
Let's remember, John Cena took a nasty, and I'll be honest, even if it's a bump, it's a nasty fucking bump off of that apron. And I legit think he got hurt.
We'll see.
The question becomes, will they wrestle at Battleground, or do you? I feel like you have to find a way to push this feud into SummerSlam, and you make big money at SummerSlam.
Okay, let me rephrase my previous statement. If I see it in 2 consecutive pay-per-views from now, okay, I think that's what I meant to say. But yeah, if you see
this match twice, 2 more times.
2 more times. Yeah, if we see it a 4th time, I'm snapping this mic in half. I think, to be honest, I think you make a good point. If we see this at SummerSlam, I think
the payoff for the match, just the match itself, that's its own build, and you're putting that on your second biggest event of the year. I think you absolutely have to push this until SummerSlam.
How though? Do you work off? Okay, so say Cena is injured, you just work off an injury, kind of, or do you pit Kevin Owens against someone else?
Here's my thing,
mm-hmm.
and I. This is kind of branching off a little bit. July 4th, NXT, they're having a WWE special event in Tokyo. You have Kevin Owens and you have Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. I personally see Finn Balor walking out as a champion. This goes against everything I believe should happen with the NXT and the brand and the title. But why don't you hold off Cena until SummerSlam and have the rematch Owens versus Finn Balor? You already have Owens defending as an open challenge on Raw and SmackDown now. That's kind of that's a secondary plan, so that you can keep the build, you can keep the hype of Owens versus Cena Part 3, the rubber match, the final. That's it. Put John Cena's U.S. title on the line. and you get your giant payoff at SummerSlam. I think that's the only way that you can honestly keep Kevin Owens in the fold and in the front, in the face, whatever, and still keep it to that John Cena's. There's no match yet, but we know that that's looming.
Sure.
If that happens, does Kevin Owens keep going with the open challenges?
Well, like I said, I don't as of now, yes, but remember, Battleground happens 2 weeks or 5 weeks from now, July 15th. July 15th or 21st, something like that.
21st, I think. That'd be 5 weeks from now.
Okay. You have that WWE live event on July 4th. So I think up until then, yeah, we're gonna see open challenges up until July 4th. Like I said, I still see him losing that title at the July 4th event. After that, I don't see any more NXT open challenges on Raw or SmackDown.
I want him to have his feud with Cena in that shit, and then fantasy booking. He randomly battles Sheamus throughout the year, and one pay-per-view, it's for the Money in the Bank contract, and he wins that, and he becomes the Money in the Bank holder. I think that'd be cool. That way he can go around plotting on Rollins or Lesnar or whoever it's going to be. Excuse me.
I mean, that's an option. Again, too soon.
Yeah.
Now, granted, you got the NXT title 2 months after starting.
Yeah, I was just about
But
to
even
say.
that, no, but that's NXT.
Oh,
you're
it's
talking
just
two different.
NXT.
Yeah.
No, it's not just NXT anymore.
So you're gonna surpass. You're gonna surpass.
No, like the way you said it, like it's just NXT.
No, when he first came in, it was at NXT. That's a different whole level. Who on NXT now can actually step up other than Kevin Owens?
We haven't seen anyone else because it's just him right now.
Okay. But who do you have on Raw and SmackDown? You still have Randy Orton. You still have Sheamus. You still have, even if it's in the shit house, you still have Barrett. You still have
all those people will never hold the championship again.
That's fine, but I still think I put them ahead of Kevin Owens at the moment. I see Kevin Owens winning a U.S. title before winning anything like a Money in the Bank or winning a chance at the heavyweight championship.
We shall see.
The win for this one comes off of the
Say it. I want you to.
stunner.
What kind of stunner?
Stunner.
No, it wasn't a stunner.
It's a stunner to put in your mouth. Shut the fuck up.
You have nothing to put in anybody's mouth.
It's the stunner into an attitude adjustment.
It's
With a clean 1, 2, 3. This whole match, John Cena teased the heel turn. The way he's getting in the official's ref every single time.
Loved it.
I was hoping for it. I was banking on that, and I was like, if he does it, automatically I'm a John Cena fan. Like 100% John Cena fan. I respect the man. I respect the way he comes out every week. I don't like him as a wrestler. That all changes. Just that heel turn, the way he was teasing that heel turn, that would have gotten me. And like I said, at the end of the match, John Cena gets hit with a powerbomb on the apron. Looks really, really bad. Yeah. 5 stars.
5 stars.
Sweep it.
Unbelievable match. I'm hopeful for a new one. For another great match. I'm scared of the potential popping of the balloon and the just dead air that's gonna come out of that. Creative, you haven't treated us well. You don't give us much to look forward to. This is something that, and again, you guys saw me at the beginning of the match. I was begging for it to be the hype that it was for match 1, and it was.
You just need to make sure they charge people for SummerSlam.
If that's one of the matches on SummerSlam, I'm paying for SummerSlam. Like I'll pay the pay-per-view, just so that I make sure I can watch. I can't stand the buffering on the network at times. So I mean, I would gladly do it. Our next match, which, okay, I'll give it number 2 because it was my favorite match of the night. The tag team titles are on the line with the primetime players versus the New Day. And you guys can't tell, but you can hear that smile just grew on my face right now.
Mm-hmm. It took a while, everybody. It took a while, but he came around.
Here's the worst. So there's bad and good in this. Their promo when they came out, I fell in love with them. I fell in love with the promo, and I was like, all right, maybe I can start getting used to these guys as the tag champions. I can start. Okay, I'm not gonna go the whole New Day Rock stuff because I still think they suck, but I can go with it. I can jump on that bandwagon. And then this match happens. And Titus hits the Clash of the Titus. And we get the 1, 2, 3.
Clean.
Just the best. I mean, it's the cleanest one you'll see.
Shout out to Beezy the Virgin Valentine because his boys won the new tag team champions. New tag team champions. If he would have been here, he would have creamed himself. It was amazing. I loved it. I'm a New Day guy, but at the same time, I'm so happy that we finally see Titus and Darren finally win a championship. It's their time to shine. There's no doubt about it. Man,
I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you did that.
I genuinely don't. I didn't hear a single word you just said. I was so caught in that nickname.
He's gonna kill you.
That's his wrestling name. Mine's Beautiful Bobby.
Keep fucking dreaming. Big win by Titus and by Titus and Darren Young. I was shocked. I was legitimately shocked. I had the Seth Rollins face. Shocked.
Oh, and how can you not say Xavier Woods is not good on the stick? Killed it. Killed that promo.
He killed that. I told you. I was a big fan of the promo. I told you that. It's just I just couldn't get behind him, and I'm glad I don't have to.
Second robbery of the night.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
I wanted to look like them. when it was over.
Those are you guys at home. You guys listening. He's got a gif of the Prime or the New Day doing the Sonic commercial, which was the best thing in the world, the funniest thing in the world. But you know what? I give this match 3 stars. It was a really short match.
It was short. Yeah. I give it 3.5. The promo was great in the beginning. I don't know, for some reason, to me, it felt like it foreshadowed their loss, just because they were talking about, the travesty that was Kofi's loss, him not being there. I just something to me smelled, and the primetime players have earned it up until this point.
I've been one of the people that always say Titus is world heavyweight material. I think Titus O'Neil, yeah. I think Titus has always been good on the mic. I think Titus has the in-ring skill. If we're talking about our famous Bret Hart scale of in-ring work, mic, intangible, what was the other one? Mic skills. What? Look. I give him 9s and 10s all the way across the board. He's definitely got the build for a heavyweight champion. He's got the mic skills. He's got the in-ring work. I don't know so much about intangibles. But I think he could easily become our next world or our future heavyweight championship or heavyweight champion without a doubt. It's just a matter of when they give him that push.
I definitely agree with you on that. I wouldn't rank him as high as you do, but yeah, I mean, he's heavyweight championship material to me. Charismatic.
And I think they really dropped the ball the second that Darren Young went out on injury, because that could have been the perfect time to push him as a singles competitor, get him at least some kind of title run. Doesn't have to be the main title. Get him in the picture. Get him in the picture. Get him a U.S. title or something, and then go from there. And I think he goes on to bigger and better things. And now that Darren Young is back, they finally got a tag team title under the belts, which is amazing. I think they deserve it, definitely.
So, future of the New Day, you think they're still together for a bit?
Oh, they're still going to be together. I think they get the rematch at Battleground. I think we get a... I don't know if they're still in it by SummerSlam, because I still see Lucha Dragons going for it at SummerSlam. For some reason, I've always seen Lucha Dragons as the challengers for the titles at SummerSlam. Do we see a triple threat for it? Do we see a tag team turmoil or something like that? Who knows? But I definitely see... I see them in there for the next pay-per-view, at least. I don't think that's going to be a... I hope it's not a Raw rematch kind of deal.
Sure.
But we'll see how that goes. And then our main event after that, your WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose in a ladder match. Slow build. I think these guys are always slow builds. But they always end up working amazing matches in the long run.
Too long.
Yes, they definitely had a lot of time to fill.
Yeah, it was one of those fucking 45-minute Ricky the Dragon Steamboat Ric Flair type matches.
Like 30 minutes. Not about 30 minutes. Time-wise. The Rat started around 10:25, so we went about 10:55, so about 30 minutes. I just think it's a lot of time. Some mean-ass fucking moves, though. You have Rollins getting backdropped onto the ladder. That's kind of a bridge between the ring and the announcer's tables. You have Dirty Deeds on the announcer's table.
Sweet.
You have
chair shots to Jeans' left knee.
Monitor
to the knee. You have a chair to the face and upper body of Seth Rollins when he's on the top rope. You have Seth Rollins throwing Dean Ambrose like a rag doll from both side to side, and doing like just a powerbomb throw, and then doing the sit up powerbomb on top of the ladder on top of chairs. Some of these guys put their body on the line, which is always
appreciated very much.
Very appreciated. The finish was an interesting one.
Before we get to the finish, my biggest issue with this match, and I don't know who writes this stuff. I need to speak to them. I don't know if who are these people. How are you gonna have?
They're called creative.
Huh? No, I know, but who are they? Like, I want to meet them. I want to talk to them. I want to know what
everybody wants to meet them.
I want to know where they learned just their writing skills. It's just absolutely terrible. It's just the inconsistency of you got Jeans looking like his leg got caught in a street sweeper, can't walk.
Well, that's how it always is, regardless of who it is.
I know. But there's a difference when it's like a 20-minute match and that happens every once in a while. But this is just the drag was because of just he's crawling. Now he can run all of a sudden. Now
you can't blame that entirely. There's no other match to put. What other match are you gonna book?
That's okay. If you need to drag it out, that's fine. But don't make that be because it shouldn't be about that's how it always is. We should have high standards for what these people are constantly presenting in front of us. And I get it. It's been around for a while. You can only use so many options, in certain scenarios before you end up repeating yourselves. But let's be honest here. That whole, this person is crawling somewhere, this person can't walk. I get it. They're getting their knees blown out by monitors and chairs and ladders and kendo sticks and Spanish announce tables. I get it. Lots of things hit people's knees, okay? People can't walk. I get it. We need something new. I want something creative. I want something to legitimately make me go, wow, that actually made logical sense. And you're pointing to a TV screen, what?
He can't walk.
Jock Peterson.
He can't walk.
See,
pulled a robbery.
See, it's something like that happens.
He's dead. So we're watching highlights from the Dodgers Brewers game or Dodgers Rockies game.
Full spread eagle. Watch this.
And he's running in the outfield. He's at the warning track. He's caught boom, straight into the wall, and he's dead. He's dead. He can't walk.
Pitcher doesn't care.
Pitcher's like, he made the catch. I don't care. Sorry to cut you off.
I don't know where I was going. Just everywhere. I was everywhere.
It's your autistic mind.
No, but really, what it comes down to is, look, if you didn't make that switch back and forth, that flip flop of can't walk, can walk, can't walk, can walk, like, I wouldn't be as upset. It just doesn't make sense. Like, I get it. Like, look, if you talk about someone like maybe 10 years our time, right? Like when I'm 15. If I was 15, I wouldn't care so much. Now I do care about that. I want it to make sense. I want it to make actual sense. Outside of that, really, then the ending was the only other thing that bothered me.
Do you want access to Greedy's Corner? I feel like you could write there's so much stuff in there.
I could write a lot.
You go ahead and type something up. You send it to me. I'll post it on Greedy's Corner. We'll kind of collaborate.
All right, sounds good.
I'm very impressed by your rant right there, and the fact that you did it all without cursing.
Wow, did I really not curse?
I don't think you cursed.
You didn't. I paid attention. You didn't.
Fuck titty nuggets.
God
Let's go.
And the Titty Master returns.
Dean's Titty Master Ambrose.
I got nothing. I got a interesting. I got a fluky ending. I'm not gonna go on a tangent that Yumi went because I can't do that. But I get it. It's a curse. It's something that they're. I've been watching this stuff for 15, 20 years. I'm used to seeing somebody get hurt, their knee hurt, and can't walk, and look at that, he's running. I'm used to it.
The new generation does not sell. We get it, and everybody knows it.
And that's, you're talking what Austin was talking about in his podcast with Paul Heyman, where it's 5, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, or when Jake the Snake Roberts was around, 20 years ago even, a DDT was your finisher. You're done. And you're at a time now where DDTs are done every 5 minutes.
Well, Gene's finisher is the Dirty Deeds, and that's a DDT.
And okay, double arm or double arm hook DDT, whatever the fuck they call it. Yeah, okay. But it's still, you're not selling it for everybody else, you know. So I mean, it's I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, I'm just so used to seeing it for 20 years.
No, and I think that just shows the different perspectives, right? Like, I'm new compared to you to all of this. And
Jesus, 13-0. Sorry, go on.
Yes, 13-0 is quite the massacre. But maybe if there was more, because you were there for what? Would you consider like what your attitude era is your glory years, right? Like is that you consider to be the pinnacle for you?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you had a lot of other things to nitpick or to be bothered with than that back then. There's probably a lot better content. Everything was probably more fresh and new to you. For me, a lot of this stuff, from we make those complaints about, hey, this looks like another episode of Raw, or hey, we've seen this all the time again, or to your point just now, where finishers are being thrown out like Halloween candy. Everybody gets one.
Oprah Winfrey style. You get a DDT. You get a DDT.
Exactly.
You get a super kick. You get a super kick.
There's a legitimate issue with what creative is putting out as creative content. And as someone who's new and honestly, if I'm new to this, I should still feel like I'm still kind of in that honeymoon phase where I'm being wowed by things. I shouldn't be making points like, oh, I'm bored of this already, or I just saw this already. Why am I seeing this again? It's ridiculous, honestly. Just I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you want me to go in Greedy's corner and go absolutely nuts on there, that's fine. I'll try and keep the cursing down for the children, for the kids.
Oh, this is people. Like coworkers of mine know not to put their kids to listen to this. I got a coworker that started listening to us, and I told him, I was like, the second your kid gets in the car, you turn it off. Right away. Just don't even. As soon as you get close to that area. That's an interesting thought. I like your opinion. Hopefully this will change. I doubt it, but who knows?
What do you rate it?
3.5.
I was gonna say 3, but okay, 3.5.
3. And to me, when I give something a 3, it is just a mediocre match.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know if I said it already. Your winner was Seth Rollins. Both men come down with the title at the same time. Dean Ambrose loses the title at the fall. And Seth Rollins holds on for the win. I think even the celebration part was fucking extended way too long. That's another thing that killed me.
It was crazy. Like, this wasn't a... You know, when I'm thinking, like, World Heavyweight Championship match, right? I'm thinking roller coaster. I'm thinking play with my emotions. Tickle me. Tease me. Play with me. Play with me. Play with my emotions.
For 6 hours.
For 6 hours. Play with me for 6 hours. Look me in the eyes and tell me you love me. No.
Holy shit.
No, but in all seriousness, what I got was, seriously, like, I'm driving through Fargo, North Dakota, straight plains, and just leading to nowhere. That ending was bullshit. That ending was crap. Are you fucking kidding me? This is your main event. This is your World Heavyweight Championship match. This is it. This is what I've been looking forward to all night. I know we had Kevin Owens and Cena pull off a great match, but that's... And I
think you could have ended with Cena.
You could have ended it there. You should have ended it there.
The last 2 pay-per-views should have ended it there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. This is what I've been waiting for. This is ridiculous. This is bullshit. To have that ending is an insult to each and every one of you who pays your fucking $9.99, to each and every one of you who's been watching this for 10 plus years.
Free for a month.
Who cares if it's free? Oh,
I'm paying for it.
Like I've been saying for the past couple months, every time they give this shit out for free, that to me, that's one less customer you're looking at if you're putting out shit content for free. If the people who, when I'm at the mall and they're giving out free samples of food, they're giving me goddamn sesame chicken. They're not giving me any of those goddamn fried fucking whatever those shits are called, green bean thing craps that they sell at the fucking Chinese place. I don't know why I'm ranting about Chinese food. I'm losing it now.
Okay. Let's get back into it. Overall, I think it was like a 3-star pay-per-view. There's enough bad matches that...
Edamame, that's what it's called.
Well, guys, that's our episode for the day.
See you next time.
Jesus.
No, you're right.
Now
3.
I'm done.
Write your piece. Send it to me. We'll post it on Greedy's Corner. We'll do all that. Yeah, three and a half at most, only because of the John Cena match. That's the only thing that bumps it up anything higher.
3 out of 5
For the entire pay-per-view.
for the entire pay-per-view.
Fuck 3. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
No more pay-per-view every 2 weeks.
Thank God.
But we have Raw in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now I'm hyped for that.
I can't wait for that.
Grady needs to get himself a New Day shirt.
Fuck that shit. I will gladly wear my Seth Rollins shirt. And wear it proudly. So we're going to shift gears and we're going to talk some bad news here.
Of the bear variety? Okay, I'll see myself out. Jesus. Crash and burn. Crash and burn.
Two or 3 weeks ago, there was a dark match on Raw, before Raw, where it was Tyson Kidd versus Samoa Joe. Now, it was originally planned to air on Superstars, but it never did. But during that match, we see Samoa Joe with the win off a muscle buster. It's where he folds up his competitor off the top rope, carries him around on his shoulders, drops him down on his neck. WWE is reporting that Tyson Kidd has suffered a neck injury.
Specifically, isn't it a spinal cord injury?
Yes.
Wow.
They have compared it, and these superstars have reached out to him to give him advice. Were Stone Cold Steve Austin and Edge, because he has the exact same injury that they did. Tyson Kidd is looking at about a year of recovery time.
Yeah, I think it was a year at a minimum. If what I read.
At a minimum.
Yeah.
If all the testing has gone through and this is what it is, a year minimum. Tough times. We know that it's a bad time. It's whenever you get injured, it's a horrible time. Where does this leave Cesaro?
I think this time next year he'll be on his own and probably contending for a title.
He has to go on his own now. So I mean, what happens within this next month or two? Do you put him as a mid card? Do you job him?
He's going to be lost in the shuffle for a while. We're not going to see him doing his own thing for a while. They have things set up right now for a bunch of different people. He's going to have to wait his turn.
3 options. My opinion, I think the 3 options that are going to exist for him. Mid-card title run.
Which one?
It's not going to be the U.S.
You have John Cena and Kevin Owens going for the U.S.
Nah, it can't be. Intercontinental.
Yeah, Big Show and Miz going against Ryback.
That's not going to last all
IC.
summer.
Just give it to the IC. I think it's IC.
I would give it the Intercontinental only because we've already seen Cesaro as the U.S. champion. I think it was U.S. champion for like 8 months.
Join the Authority and be muscle.
So what is that? Well, okay.
It's not a matter of going somewhere. It's just I think it's a Band-Aid-ish. It's a Band-Aid fix kind of thing. I don't know how you play it off, but if you need him to somehow run in and cause interference for people, maybe.
Something that I would love to see is we get a Jack Swagger reunion.
Ooh.
And you finally bring back Zeb after the long absence, and we get a We the People reunion again.
That would be nice.
I think that would be a good thing to see for a while. I still think he needs a singles run, especially if it's going to be a year without Tyson Kidd in the mix. And then what happens when Tyson Kidd comes back? You keep him on the main roster? Do you push him to NXT? Where does he fall?
Before I answer that, the third option, and when I most fear, he's going to start jobbing to Dolph, Neville, Ryback, everyone else.
Well, Ryback would be the title.
No. Say the 3 options, right? If he doesn't get IC, if he doesn't join the Authority, he's just going to start jobbing.
If he's against Ryback, then he's going for the IC, so that puts him somewhere there.
Okay, fair enough. But I would say if he's going for the IC, he would win the IC. I'm saying at this point, he's just going to just kind of get lost in the mix, lost in the shuffle until he gains some kind of it factor, whether it's something naturally happens that they work off of, or
I mean the only thing he's missing is the mic. He's got the intangibles. He's definitely got the ring work. He definitely has the look.
Sure.
So I think if the deal with Jack Swagger is you get the mic piece back. and you get Zeb to come back, and you get Zeb to be his mic piece, or his mouthpiece, excuse me, and you get that all arranged and figured out.
As for Tyson, that's tough. If you send him back to NXT, right?
You can get him there for development. You can get him there and start kind of building him up again and kind of get him out of his like a rehab start.
Yeah.
And now you have like the minor leagues for baseball rehab starts.
I think I'd be fine with that if you kind of put it like that. Yeah.
But then when you bring him up, what does he do?
Send him to Evolve.
We'll bring that up afterwards. You dumb piece of fuck.
Honestly, I'm not sure. It really depends on what the landscape looks like at that point. I mean, we can't. There's a difference between, hey, this person's out going to be 2 months. Where do we speculate versus a year out? I mean, a year out, we're talking,
we'll
possibly brand new champion.
We'll put that aside for now. We'll remember to bring that up later on.
Either way, we wish him the best.
Of course. Maddie, if you ever by any chance are listening to this, we wish Tyson the best. Hopefully it's not a year. Let's hope we see him very soon.
And Europe has a lot of, what are they, stem cells? Horse stem cells that they use? Just inject them, just right to the neck. That's what they did with Kobe's knee, right? You're a Lakers fan. What did they do with his knee?
Yeah, he went to Germany and they did it.
Yeah, horse stem cells, right? Just, hey, that's all I need. Vince, you got the money. You know what to do.
Anyways,
I got horses.
Moving on.
I'm a horse.
Shut the fuck up. And then Thursday was the day that Dusty Rhodes had passed away. Dusty Rhodes was 69 years old. Of course, father for Goldust and Stardust. No word yet how they're, Goldust is away on injury. Posted something, but we haven't heard anything from Cody at all. I didn't see the piece they did on the show tonight. I'm sure they'll have the videos and stuff like that up on the websites and for people to look at. But apparently it was a really good touching tribute video. They did the 10 bell salute at the beginning of the show. It's tough. It's definitely going to be a big impact on the guys at NXT. I know that the day of that Dusty Rhodes passed away, they had a show in Pittsburgh. So I can only imagine how tough that is for those guys there. But it's very sad. I wasn't alive to see Dusty in the ring. I've seen all his videos. I've seen all the promos. The man was unbelievable on the mic. He changed what a champion looked like. He changed what the typical champion looks like. He's way bigger. He set different limits as to he changed what a wrestler looks like. Well, it's tough. I got really nothing to say about it. Even on Thursday when I found out, I don't know what to say. The man was a god on the mic. So yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, if you don't know, go look him up on YouTube.
That's all you got?
That's all I gotta say about it.
Come on, man. I'm new to all the whole wrestling thing, but I went back and when I read the news, it was I had a general idea as to who he was, and I never really got to know his legacy because I guess he was probably wrestling. If you're older than me, right? So you're probably wrestling before even I was a thought.
Oh no, he was in the early 90s, but I think even
he retired like
92,
like 91.
Yeah,
91,
so
92.
Look, it's a very big disconnect for me. But looking back and going and watching a lot of his promos and just watching and listening to what these guys were talking about, reading what was it Sami Zayn who posted that really heart touching heartfelt.
Both Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, they put up some very heartfelt messages, just sharing their experiences, sharing their memories, and if you haven't even if you haven't seen someone wrestle or if you haven't seen their actual product of work live, going back and viewing how passionate he looked, just throughout all the years, all just the emotion, just facial expression, body language, all that kind of carries through. And then your mentees, right? A good mentor lives on through his mentees. And when you see those mentees expressing the same kind of sentiment about this person, especially when they're gone, even before they're gone, but especially when they're gone, just showing admiration, nothing but love. You saw, you saw Paige crying at the beginning. You saw Renee crying. Like this guy,
Everyone's
obviously,
pretty much from NXT. Yeah.
You can definitely tell that this guy was a huge presence at their development center. It's crazy, you know. I wish personally I would have had the privilege of watching him wrestle. I didn't, but you know, I heard he dined with kings and queens, slept in alleys, and now he's resting in peace, eating pork and beans.
Nice.
Yeah, that was definitely. I think that was one of the most memorable quotes anybody ever has of his. That and the one he told Ric Flair, where he's like, "Ric Flair, the stratosphere is reserved for you and me," which was they'll have a special on tomorrow night after Raw on the network, so that's gonna be definitely a good thing to check out. Especially for us who we never really got to see Dusty Rhodes in action. It's definitely worth checking out. But it's definitely been a tough weekend for them. A lot of props for them for putting on the show and keeping it going. So, I don't like ending it on a sad note. Please tell me we have something else to talk about. just anything, or not anything.
So, Mr. Six
No.
What are your expectations for Raw?
On par with this.
Do we see a Lesnar return? Do we?
I think we see a Paul Heyman return. I think, well, maybe, especially because of tonight, he's saying he was the greatest World Heavyweight Champion of all time, kind of deal. You just know Paul Heyman's gonna come back tomorrow. Fallout from this, and what's going on with, we've got to follow up on John Cena, what's going on with him. I hope to God we don't see the rematch for the New Day versus Primetime Players.
I was just about to bring that up.
I don't want to see a rematch tomorrow. I absolutely do not. Give it to me at Battleground, and then that's fine with me.
Actually, so I think that might be the segue you're looking for. So let's actually think the next two pay-per-views, right? That's Battlegrounds and SummerSlam, right? SummerSlam, in our fantasy booking, right? What we want to see is Cena versus KO, right? Kevin Owens. And I presume we'd like to see Rollins-Lesnar held until then. We obviously know, I don't think any of us want to see that at Battleground, right? So you're reserving those two. Essentially, you have two title switches that you expect two pay-per-views out from now.
That's two title matches I'm expecting. I don't expect two title switches.
Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So you have two title matches out 2 months from now. And then we talked about before where if we want Cena and Kevin Owens at SummerSlam, that this next pay-per-view might go without something for that particular strap, right?
Like I said, I see Owens versus Finn Balor as a rematch. That's what I see going on there.
So what do you think is going to happen in Battlegrounds? Like we're pushing out a lot of stuff 2 pay-per-views from now because that's what we want, right? So if that's what we want, what would make you happy for? Because it sounds like Battlegrounds might be a little diluted, if you will, if we're trying to push some stuff out to SummerSlam, right? Because we got 5 weeks to build some stuff up, and we're expecting stuff. What SummerSlam is? How many weeks away?
SummerSlam is 2 months.
2 months away.
2.5.
All right, so about 8 weeks away. 9 weeks away. So, any particular matches you'd like to see at Battlegrounds?
I don't know. Like I said, it all depends on how tomorrow goes. I see. Obviously, the tag titles. We're gonna get 3 matches there.
Mm.
Obviously, the Intercontinental match is gonna happen there.
Reigns Wyatt.
Yeah, Wyatt versus Reigns. Divas. I mean, that's just the question. It's. I mean, you have what? Do I say 4 matches?
Yeah.
You got 4 that are set. I wouldn't be surprised if you see fucking Ambrose versus.
Don't you dare say Rollins again.
Maybe not. It's.
I think it's still too early to tell.
But do you think Battlegrounds may be doomed for just for how, if we wanted it to work out the way we want it to work out, do you think Battlegrounds is in itself doomed?
I think so, yes. Just like you said, it's going to be diluted, and it's because SummerSlam is too close to build up anything believable.
Or do you have a problem with it being too close, or do you have a problem with the fact that
SummerSlam I mean, we're already hyping up SummerSlam. I think that's the biggest issue.
Or do you actually, the flip side I was going to say, or do you think is the issue is that we had these two pay-per-views so close to each other?
Which two?
These past two. Money in the Bank.
I don't think that's
okay.
No, because you would have gone a month without an Intercontinental Champion.
Okay.
And then how do you put that many people in a match without having an elimination chamber?
Sure.
You know, so I don't have a problem with that. Something that's been in the talks for a while, and something that I would love to see one day. That we never really got to see it. Is 2 rings. What match was that? Where they had in WCW 2 rings, 5 on 5. What?
Fall Brawl.
No, that's a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
War Games.
War Games. I wouldn't mind seeing Team Rollins or Team Authority versus Ambrose's team kind of deal. But I mean that kind of environment would be amazing. And I mean they talked about it in 2013 when they did because 2013 was when there was the Shield, and they were saying, okay, why not do 2014. Was it? No, 2013, because it was the Shield versus they were talking about why not do a Shield versus Evolution, I think it was at that time, and just kind of have everybody going after each other at that point. So, I mean, that's why I would love to see something like that. But I mean, even then, I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, I can't really predict anything right now because I just can't think of matches that will happen. It's just late. Keep an eye out, guys. NXT on Wednesday. Samoa Joe versus Kevin Owens. Non-title match, but it's supposed to be a hell of a match. What else is there? I'm gonna talk about your Evolve.
I have nothing to say about Evolve. Nothing is confirmed.
You're gonna drop Evolve, and then you're not gonna talk about it.
No, because nothing's confirmed. I just said.
Then why the fuck did you say it?
I just said it.
Just get the fuck out. Check us out on our website, guys. We are at www.rafterspodcast.com. You can check out all our episodes, our previous episodes, our new episodes, our upcoming episodes. Check us out on Twitter, twitter.com/Rafters Podcast. I am on Twitter at Greedy1989.
I am at I Got DMV Soul.
At Rafters_Yumi.
Shoot us an email, guys, if ever you have any questions you want us to address on the show. Our email is fromtherafterspodcast@gmail.com. You can find all that information on our website, rafterspodcast.com. Check us out on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/rafterspodcast.
RealityKings.com/Yumi.
Forever and always. That's our show this week, guys. Thank you guys for checking us out. For Yumi, for Curtis, I'm Kevin. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
Rest in peace, Dust.
He's just a common